Welcome back to RedPrabh, your movie explanation channel. Today, we're diving into a movie called My Teacher, My Crush, a romantic drama that explores young emotions, hidden feelings, and the complicated line between admiration and love. This story beautifully captures teenage emotions, boundaries, and the lessons learned from first love. Let's jump right into the story. The story opens with a woman named Lana, a married school teacher and mother to a young daughter named Raza. Lana appears to live a stable family life, balancing her responsibilities at home and at work. At the school where she teaches, there is a handsome yet mischievous student named Benny. During her classes, Benny constantly stares at Lana instead of focusing on his studies. It slowly becomes clear that he has developed feelings for her. What makes matters more complicated is that Lana, despite knowing the boundaries, finds herself feeling an unexpected attraction toward him as well. She struggles internally. She is a teacher. He is her student. The line between right and wrong is crystal clear, yet emotions blur that line. At times, Benny invades her personal space in ways that make it difficult for Lana to maintain control over her feelings. Determined not to cross any boundaries, she tries her best to keep her distance from him. After school, she picks up her daughter Raza. The little girl hugs her warmly and talks about how boring her school day was, which makes Lana smile. As Lana helps her into the car, she notices Benny nearby walking his dog. She watches him for a brief moment before driving away. The next day, a student named Jeremy gives a presentation. During the session, Lana notices two girls secretly watching something on their phone and laughing. She warns them and asks them to put the phone away, but when they refuse, she confiscates it and says she will return it after class. One of the girls, Valerie, angrily insults Lana, calling her a witch, causing the class to laugh. Lana responds firmly and threatens to report her to the school authorities. Later during break, while having tea, Lana notices Benny harassing Valerie. He empties her bag onto the ground and even throws her bicycle, damaging it. The incident disturbs Lana deeply. In the staff room, she discusses Benny's behavior with another teacher, hoping for advice. However, her colleague seems unsure and simply tells her not to overthink the situation. The following day, Lana asks Benny to stay back after class. She takes him into an empty classroom and attempts to have a calm conversation. She asks if he feels comfortable at school and whether something is troubling him. Instead of answering, Benny turns the question around and asks what she truly wants from him. Lana explains that she is concerned about him, especially since he failed his recent test, and reminds him that his behavior toward classmates is unacceptable. While speaking gently, she places her hand on his knee in a comforting gesture. Benny looks at her hand and smiles in a way that makes her instantly aware of the tension. Realizing the mistake, she quickly pulls her hand away. Benny suggests that she doesn't genuinely want to help him. When Lana cannot respond clearly, she excuses herself and leaves, telling him to think seriously about what she said. The next morning, after going for a run, Lana rests by a lake. Later at school, she notices Benny's bag left unattended in the classroom. When no one is around, she impulsively takes out his sweater and smells it before quickly placing it back. Suddenly, she hears a door open and rushes into the restroom. As she bends down to drink water, she stands up to find Benny standing right in front of her. She becomes visibly nervous. Benny grabs her and pulls her close, kissing her. For a brief moment, she loses herself in the embrace, but then reality hits. She pushes him away and firmly tells him this must never happen again. She warns him that she could have him expelled and reminds him that he is playing with fire. As she turns to leave, Benny shouts that she wants this too. Lana responds firmly that she can never love a student. The following day in the hallway, Benny asks to meet her after class. She refuses. She tells him she regrets what happened and insists he erase any romantic thoughts about her. She then walks away. In the parking lot, she discovers that her car's side mirror is broken and the vehicle is scratched badly. Disturbed, she drives off to pick up Raza, though school hasn't ended yet. Later at home, while gardening, her husband Ward asks about the damage to the car. Lana lies and says she hit a lamppost. Ward questions how a lamp could cause such scratches, but she brushes it off. The next day, Lana assigns the class to write an internship application letter and asks if anyone has questions. Benny raises his hand and sarcastically asks if she is planning to quit, since he saw her going to the headmaster's office. The class laughs. Lana threatens to report him, but Benny mocks her further, insulting her openly. Furious, she throws his bag out of the classroom and orders him to leave. A student throws a board duster toward her, nearly hitting her. Overwhelmed, Lana walks out. At home, while helping Raza study, Lana begins receiving repeated phone calls where no one speaks. It becomes clear someone is deliberately harassing her. The next morning at school, she sees Benny sitting there unusually early. Fear washes over her. She immediately goes to the receptionist, claims she feels unwell, and leaves. That evening, while preparing dinner, Ward asks how her day was. Lana lies again, saying she spent the entire day teaching and grading papers. The following morning, after dropping Raza at school, Lana does not go to work. Instead, she drives to a quiet riverside spot, sits alone, and eats an apple, lost in thought, burdened by guilt, fear, and the consequences of emotions she can no longer control. Feeling restless, Lana eventually walks into a museum. She spends some time quietly observing the paintings, trying to distract herself. Suddenly, her eyes lock onto a familiar figure, Benny. The sight of him immediately unsettles her. Panic flashes across her face, and she quickly attempts to leave. However, fate places them together once again inside the elevator. In the confined space, Benny calmly tells Lana that he missed her, that he wanted to return to school because of her. As he speaks, he begins touching her inappropriately. This time, Lana loses control of her restraint and impulsively leans in to kiss him. But unexpectedly, Benny pulls away and stops her. That night, Lana is haunted by disturbing dreams. She sees her family drifting away from her, as though her actions are destroying everything she holds dear. Terrified, she wakes up in the middle of the night, shaken and breathless. The next day, acting in secrecy, Lana enters the school administrator's office. There, she steals examination papers. Later, when the students leave for lunch in the cafeteria, she quietly slips the stolen exam paper into Benny's coat pocket, deliberately framing him. The following day, while sitting in the staff room and conversing with another teacher, Lana notices security guards escorting Benny away. He is accused of stealing the exam papers and is expelled from school. After he is gone, however, Lana begins to miss him. Memories of their moments together replay in her mind, filling her with conflicting emotions. One day, Lana takes Raza to a store so her daughter can buy a gift for a friend. Inside the store, Raza insists on purchasing a stuffed animal. Lana refuses. Shortly afterward, Raza suddenly disappears. Panic sets in. Lana searches desperately for nearly 40 minutes but cannot find her daughter. Frightened, she asks the store's security team to show her the CCTV footage. While reviewing the recording, she sees Benny following them inside the store. Fear overwhelms her. Moments later, she spots Raza walking outside the store, which frightens her even more. Just then, Ward calls and informs her that Raza is actually at home with him. Hearing this, Lana feels immense relief. She apologizes to the security staff and rushes home. That night, while her family sleeps, Lana repeatedly hears what sounds like someone entering the house. However, these noises turn out to be nothing more than her imagination. Each time she checks, no one is there. She locks the door and begins fantasizing that Benny is with her. Her mind is trapped between fear and desire. The entire night passes in this restless state. The next morning, Ward's voice wakes her from her troubled thoughts. He and Lana embrace, attempting to restore a sense of normalcy. But Lana's mind has already crossed a dangerous line. Soon after, she drives her car to Benny's house. She waits inside her vehicle until she sees him come out on his scooter. Quietly, she begins following him. As they move toward a deserted area, Lana increases her speed. In a sudden and shocking act, she deliberately crashes her car into Benny's scooter, causing a severe accident. She stops briefly, parks the car, and then drives away from the scene. In that moment, it becomes clear that Lana was willing to go to any extreme to free herself from Benny, even if it meant taking his life. And that's how the story of My Teacher, My Crush comes to an end. What started as a simple admiration slowly turned into a journey of emotions, confusion, and self-discovery. But in the end, the film reminds us of something very important: not every crush is meant to become love. If you are new to the channel, then definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, so that I keep getting motivation and I keep bringing the best videos for you all. Until then, bye.